Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. I have another Monday quarterback video for you. I'm going to play the entirety of this video, and then I'll go back and talk about things that are going on to better explain what's going on, and talk about things that I think that were done right and or done wrong. Without further ado, here we go.
Whoa, is anybody in here? Is anybody in here? I got him. Hey, just leave that stuff in there, man. Just go ahead and go. Go ahead and go, man. Stop!
I know.
Just stay down. Stay down.
Oh my God.
Stay down. Stay down. Put your hands up, buddy. Put your hands up for me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Shit.
I got shots fired. This is 35 Sam 32. I got shots fired. Run me some backup. Where are we right now?
What's your 20?
This is Dickerson and where? This is Dickerson and where? Just put your hands up for me, buddy. Dickerson.
Respond.
Where's the gun at? Just leave it right there, buddy. It's okay, buddy. What cross street is that? Yeah, I got you, buddy. It said Old Dobson and Old Dickerson. Run me some 37, please. It's all right. Okay, where you hit? Where you hit?
In my leg.
Okay.
In my leg.
Okay. All right.
Dickerson, Old Dickerson.
Where's the gun, buddy?
Over there somewhere. I don't know, sir.
Why'd you reach for it, kid?
No, I was trying to get it out the car, sir.
I know, man.
All right, let's get into it. So he's rolled up on the scene of an injury accident. I see a couple vehicles that appear to be smashed. This one appears to be catching fire. See fire personnel getting this woman out of the vehicle.
I got him.
Normally, under these circumstances in a car wreck, you wouldn't move a person like this, but due to the fact the vehicle is catching fire, you have to make an emergency move on people, and sometimes that means you don't always get to hold C-spine like you want to. Typically, in a car wreck, you've got the time to put a seat collar on, someone sit in that back seat, hold that head and neck in line. You put the KED on and get them out that way. Slide the backboard in. Get them on there and strap them down. That's normally how that's done. But when the car's catching on fire, you don't have that luxury to do all that shit. So you got to move them any way you can. Here's the dude that he ends up shooting. There's another guy in the vehicle rummaging around.
Hey, just leave that stuff in there, man. Just go ahead and go. Go.
So he walks away. Now this guy comes up. He comes back.
Go ahead and go, man.
It happens quick.
Go ahead and go, man.
I mean, that's great. I mean, great shot timing right there. I mean, if this dude would have been in competition shooting, like, I think this dude would have been a winner. I mean, that is fucking fast.
Go.
But you can even tell from the reflection in the car, his gun is, the strap is on. So I mean, all the security retention is on.
Just leave that stuff in there, man. Just go ahead and go. Go ahead and go, man.
You can still see him in the reflection. And then boom, like, just super fast.
Stop!
Super fast. No problems with him using deadly physical force against this dude. This dude was told to get away. He's reaching for a gun. He has no idea why he's reaching for this gun. He has to believe that, based off the fact that he has told him multiple times to get back, just leave everything where it's at, and this guy's grabbing the gun, that he could be a potential threat. So I completely agree with him in using deadly physical force. I think any reasonable-minded person would. Now, the opposite to this, or I guess the counter, or playing devil's advocate, anybody can be in, well, not anybody, but most of everyone can be in possession of a firearm, right? Like, assuming this guy doesn't have a felony background, like, he has every legal right to have a gun, to own one, to carry one around on him. That's our Second Amendment. But the totality of the circumstances, he's been given instructions to stay away, get away, and he refuses those instructions, and he deliberately reaches in and grabs that gun. You can't take the time to wait and see what he's going to do with that gun. You can't wait and see if he's going to take that gun and just stuff it in his waistband, or put it in his pocket, or just simply take off running with it and try and throw it in the woods, or throw it down the drain or over a bridge, or aim it and start shooting at you. You can't take that time and wait to see what they're going to do. The minute someone has refused verbal instructions and has disregarded you completely and continues to do what they're wanting to do and then grabs a gun, you have to assume that this person means bad business. They have ill intentions. So I have no problem whatsoever with him using deadly physical force against this guy. None whatsoever. This dude brought this shit upon himself.
I know.
Just stay down. Stay down.
Oh my God. Oh.
Stay down.
Shit. Oh.
Stay down. Put your hands up, buddy. Put your hands up for me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Shit.
I got shots fired. This is 35 Sam 32. I got shots fired. Run me some backup. Where are we right now?
What's your 20?
So he don't know where he's at. He just used deadly physical force against this guy, and we can't 100% say where his head is orientated at. We know that the front of his chest area is pointed towards this ambulance. He could have his head turned and is still maintaining visual on the guy that he just shot. But the guy he's just shot, who had a gun, has not been fully secured yet. And he is trying to get his backup going, getting there, but he's also turned and is somewhat facing away from the threat. and the threat has not been fully secured yet. So I'm not a big fan of this right here.
This is Dickerson and where? This is Dickerson and where? Just put your hands up for me, buddy.
This is why I like the idea of GPS-enabled radios. A lot of the newer radios that are coming out have GPS capability, but you have a lot of officers who are opposed to that. They don't like the idea of GPS. And it's 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 twofold, I guess you could say. But for the most part, I don't see the arguments strong enough in opposition of them. Like, I just don't see any arguments strong enough to support not turning on GPS on the radios. So I think if the radio has capability of being tracked GPS, then it needs to be enabled for situations like this. You don't know where the hell he's at. He's just um, either A, he's pulled up exactly, as he's coming along, he's just happened to pull up on this. And if that's the case, then he might not know exactly where he's at. If he was dispatched to this location, then the dispatcher should automatically already know where the hell he's at. Um, but if he rolled up on scene and he doesn't know exactly where along the stretch of road he's at, one simple thing he could say is that he's at the scene of the automobile accident, and whatever, ambulance company or, fire department that's on scene on Dickerson, say I'm out with the fire department on the injury accident on Dickerson. And the dispatcher should be able to figure out where he's at based off that. Assuming, of course, their fire is also dispatched within the same room or building that police is dispatched from, and their CAD system is one and the same. All across the nation, dispatching is there is no cookie cutter thing for dispatching. Like, each place has a different thing. Some are very similar to each other, but other places, I mean, there's just no standard way how dispatching is done. Um, in some places, they have a communications center, and that's the model that I think is best, where you put all the agencies in one building and they all communicate out from there. Um, in my area, uh, we have multiple dispatch entities. Our university police has their own dispatch center. Our ambulance provider has its own dispatch center. Our core state police has its own dispatch center. Our local police has their own dispatch center, and our sheriff's office has its own dispatch center. Our local police, our city police, they also dispatch city fire, and so they're able to obviously know um, what's going on between the city and fire. The dispatchers are sitting right next to each other, so if a city officer was to say that they're out with the fire department on the bypass, they're automatically going to know what the hell they're at. Um, but if for example, if the ambulance provider has its own dispatch service and they're at something that's not on the radar for the police to go to, and police just happen to roll up and they say, "Hey, I'm with the ambulance at such and such road," then that's a possibility that his dispatcher has no idea what the hell, where the hell he's at, and why the hell the ambulance is there, that there's even an ambulance out. They would then have to call that ambulance dispatch center and say, "Hey, do you have an ambulance out somewhere? What's their location?" Our our sheriff's office also handles dispatching for, I know for Woodburn. I'm pretty sure they do it for Smith Grove as well. And so those are two small towns within our county. Our State police handles dispatching for, of course, not just state troopers in our post region, but they also handle 27 different freaking agencies. No, 27, 23, maybe it was 23, 20 something different agencies they handle. So they dispatch for some fire departments within the region. They dispatch to Franklin Police Department. A lot of stuff, and the way emergency services are dispatched in this nation is just it's everywhere. So I don't know how Nashville is set up. I really have no clue. But this would be something that obviously, if you're working, you're going to know how your dispatch is set up. So if it would be something as simple as saying, I'm out with the fire department on such and such road, and your dispatchers also dispatch fire, then they're obviously going to know exactly where you're at. Um, so that's one option, saying, hey, I'm out with the fire department on this road, and then they can figure out where you're at there. Second option is if you just know that you're on a certain road, whatever you think the nearest cross street is, just call out that cross street. Even if it's like 3 blocks away, 4 blocks away, it's not 100% accurate, but you can, if you know that you're closer to one cross street that you know pretty well, just go ahead and call that one out, and people can start searching for you and figure out where you're at there. The stress level of him trying to figure out where he's at and get help coming. I mean, it's you can tell, you can hear it in his voice, like it's stressful.
Dickerson.
And so this tells me right here that he is pretty much almost completely turned away from the guy. Not a big fan of that whatsoever.
Where's the gun at? Just leave it right there, buddy. It's okay, buddy. What cross street is that?
Another option he could have done is tell that firefighter or that EMS person, tell them, hey, tell your dispatchers to call my dispatchers and tell them where I'm at. That would be a simple fix too. And then while he's got other quote unquote friendlies relaying information for him, he can go get hands on with this guy and go ahead and secure him. Because you got to think too, this dude has a buddy somewhere. And we don't know if his buddy is friendly or not. His buddy could be wanting to get revenge on this officer for having shot him. So the quicker he can control this scene, the better.
Yeah, I got you, buddy. It said, Old Dobson and Old Dickerson. Run me some 37, please.
10-9
right. Okay, where you hit? Where you hit?
In my leg.
Okay.
In my leg.
Okay. All right.
Dickerson, Old Dickerson.
Where's the gun, buddy?
Over there somewhere, I don't know, sir.
Why'd you reach for it, kid?
No, I was trying to get it out the car, sir.
I know, man.
So you can tell that he
Reach
did
for it,
not
kid.
I was
want.
trying to get it out the car, sir.
I know, man.
You can tell he did not want to shoot him. But you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. This dude was told more than once, stay away, and he reached for a gun. He got what he had coming to him. I mean, plain and simple. Not much else to say about this video. Of course, we see him get up to him and start putting his hands on him, but the video cuts short. We don't see anything after that. I would assume that this dude was put in handcuffs. A lot of people have questions about why people are put in handcuffs after they've been shot. Reason being is, for one, they've committed a crime of some sort in order to be shot, for the most part. So there's that. And then, two, if the person decides to become combative, well, it's a whole lot harder for them to fight when their hands are cuffed behind their back. So that's why you see people being cuffed after they've been shot. Even when they're unconscious, even when they're not moving around, you'll still see them get cuffed. And reason being is there have been multiple cases where people have been shot, they appeared to be unconscious, and then they got back up and got back in the fight. And so, again, like I said, when you try to fight, it's a whole lot harder for you to be effective when your hands are cuffed behind your back. Not much else to say about this video. If you like what you hear and see, go ahead and give me a like and a share. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more Monday quarterback videos. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense, thank you for watching.